really important that whenever workers are on strike, that fellow trade unionists support them. But one thing I've seen this week is that there's a sense out there from members of the public that these three unions and the workers that are taking industrial action, they are very much at the forefront of everybody's struggles, that they are the focal point in the fight against the cost of living crisis.
And the response of the local authority employers to all of this, based on the background I just told you, is to make an insulting offer of 1.75% to local authority workers, not taking into account any of the cuts that they've had year on year in their pay, not taking into account the essential workers that they actually are, and giving no confidence to the actual cost of living crisis that we face today. And there comes a point, and I have to say this, because some in the media have asked the question, why have we rushed to industrial action? We have not rushed to industrial action. Workers in the local authorities have been as patient as workers that I have ever seen. This has been cut after cut, year after year for more than a decade, and now we have a real crisis with the cost of living crisis, and the offer made to the employers goes nowhere near allowing people to try and meet that cost of living that they will face. So we've been patient, but there comes a time where you have to step up and take action.
I'd just like to get, of course, the cases spoken with the two unions, and again, and LIPSA has come out on their lunch breaks in solidarity. So again, a big thank you for everybody who turned out. It's 1 week. If it has to come again, it will be 2 weeks. Our regional secretary, Sharon Graham, says no worker will be starved back to work for bad employers. The money will be there at our strike fund to keep us out as long as we can. We're not going to be treated like P&O ferries, bringing people in for very less of a minimum wage.
A lot of workers here at Magee, at other campuses of this university and other universities broadly, are working unsustainable hours as the workloads keep being piled on. There have been cuts to the workforce over the last 10 years or so, and the work doesn't go away. The work keeps being loaded on top of the people who remain, while other people have been made redundant or haven't been replaced when they retire or leave. So the weight of all that is just beginning to bear down on the workers here, and that's why we're on strike on that issue. The other major thing is our pensions. So there's been a massive cut proposed to our pensions and agreed by the pensions body and the employers, and that takes the form of about, depending on where you are in your career, but between 35 and 40% cut in your retirement income. So you're looking at people having paid into a pension and to continue to pay into a pension month by month for the rest of their careers, to see almost half of their pension just stolen from them essentially at this stage. A cut to that extent really has brought UCU members to this position.
But there's one thing that politicians left out. Do you know what it was? It was workers. When you boil down to it, workers are the economy. It's okay, you can be proud. I come from a working class background as well. I know what it's like trying to heat the home, or indeed put food on the table. Now, I've got children in the same position that you are. I earn around £23,000 a year as it stands right now. Does it cover all my bills? Absolutely not. Is it hard work? Absolutely. So I stand here now not only as a working class boy from the other side, or a promising politician, or maybe not so promising, you have to take me on my word and my actions. Here's my actions. I stand here exactly with you now because I've seen the terms and conditions. I've seen that our education welfare officers get paid a lot less than those who do the exact same job in our health department. I'm trying to say to you that I commend the actions, your freedom to strike, to do it without interrogation, to do it without intimidation from your employers or anybody else. Stand up and be proud. Find those politicians that stand with you, not only speak with you, but have action with you.
Each and every one of you need to be valued by your employers, and that's what's core, and that's what we must continue to do. And I will stand in solidarity with each and every one of you on your picket lines as we move forward. But you need, first and foremost, we need to be valued. First and foremost, we need proper pay so you can meet the rising costs. No one's met the rising costs this past 10 years with regards to annual increases. Our wages have decreased, and you've been doing 10 times more work than you've ever done before.
And I want to commend each of the strikers, because it's not easy going on strike. You give up money. There's lots of challenges with going on strike.
So I want to say fair play to the education welfare officers, fair play to all the Unite strikers at the council, the housing executive, the bus drivers, and fair play to the lecturers as well at Magee. And people say, where's change going to come from? It's not going to come from Westminster, and it's not going to come from Stormont. It's going to come from ordinary people like yourselves actually standing up and demanding change. Because you can begin to see it. People turn up on picket lines that haven't visited a single picket line before in their lives. And that's because it's popular now to stand with workers, because workers make change, and that's what's happening. The other thing that happens when workers start fighting back is you get demonised. Stephen Nolan, BBC Radio 4 yesterday, laying under workers straight away, and fair play to Gareth Scott and the other Unite members who can back on them really strong and justify the reasons for the strike. And why are people taking action right now? We've seen poor workers taking action. We've seen domiciliary care and home care workers who were protesting yesterday at Alton Galvin Hospital, Unison members. As everybody has said, we're in a cost of living crisis, but it's not a cost of living crisis for everybody. It's a cost of living crisis for workers and the least well off. It's not a cost of living crisis for millionaires and billionaires and CEOs. Workers have to strike like this now, but MLAs are getting a £500 pay increase in April. MPs are grabbing £2,200 in April. And the thing is, they're getting it, but they don't need it. They're not having to choose between putting food on the table and keeping the electricity on. And that's what the issue is. We have a system that is rigged in favour of elites and corporations and the politically connected. And it's going to be through actions like this that we overturn it. And what happened to P&O ferry workers? I don't believe the Tories didn't know. I believe that bastard Boris Johnson knew exactly what was going to happen. And are they going to do anything about it? Absolutely not. They'll have us all turned into slaves. That's what's happening. So we have to stand up. We have to resist. And we have to organise battles like this.